Hello. So yeah, sorry if looks really crappy. It's just because Touhou 6 for some reason just gives me a lot of trouble with... I don't know, it's like ever since I've been using this PC, it's like I can't put it in full screen, or else the frame rate just goes up to like 600, and I have to play it like this. All the other ones aren't like this, and it wasn't like this with my laptop. Anyway, so recently I beat this game 1cc. As of right now, shortly after I worked on, wait. Hey, please tell me I can... Wait, sorry, give me a second. Why is this so difficult? I can't even use my keyboard right now. Really? It won't let me use my keyboard. Why can it not let me use my keyboard? Let me start from the beginning. Alright, start right here. Try to do something to give it away. Let me try to do like that. Okay. Alright. Hello. This is nothing interesting. I know people have done a lot better, but recently I beat this game without losing continue, or normal mode at least. And I guess I just kind of want to show the recording of it. Of course, it's only gonna... Yes, these are the names I made. And this is my one that I was able to do. So I'm going to go through each stage and go from there. Alright. So, yeah, I beat the game without losing continue today, and a little before I started this starting this recording, I was playing Touhou 7 again. I actually got to the last round of the final boss without losing a continue, and I was close too. If I just had one more life, I would have won. That's how close I was. But that was with Sakuya, and with Reimu, I just barely got to the final boss, and that was it. Granted, I definitely didn't do so good, but it feels like Sakuya is easier just because she has an extra bomb, and honestly, her weapon of choice is actually better than Reimu's. But anyway, I'm trying to think of how many times I died overall when playing this. I didn't finally die until the very end of the 3rd stage, but then I only died once on the 4th, and then I died 4 times on the Sakuya fight. Like, I think I practiced before where I only died twice on that stage, but it's just... I don't know. I'm not really good with trying to figure out patterns, because to what I've seen when I look at Touhou videos, it seems like there's like a specific spot or like movement that just makes it pretty easy to avoid them. I'm not really good at strategizing or looking or able to see those things, which is why I'm just not good at games like this. So yeah, this is the Rumia fight. It's an easy fight, but I usually die on the 1st stage a third of the time when I'm trying to do no continue, because I'm just very impatient and then I just die like an idiot. Yeah, I think on the 6th stage I only died twice, which was really good at least. So really the only stage I did bad on was the 5th stage, but other than that I did fine. And I might be wondering why I'm collecting points. I wasn't doing it until, I can't remember. I think I just looked it up because I was curious, because I knew other Touhou games did it, and I was wondering, like, does Touhou 6 do it? And yes, points do give you extra lives. And to what I saw online, 10 million gives you an extra life, 20 million gives you an extra life, 40 million gives you an extra life, and then 60 million gives you an extra life. You can get to the Remilia fight. You can actually get to Remilia with 40 million. Which is good, because I would say it's a lot harder to get 60 million. Like, it is an extra life, but honestly it's just not worth it, because you really have to do a lot of things to get enough points to get at least a bit into Remilia. Which I actually did get 60 million in the end, but that was after beating her from the points of that. So yeah, just trying to find a balance of collecting points and collecting power-ups, because in the beginning it's easy to collect points, but later on the stages just get harder. Also, I didn't realize this until today, but a new Touhou 10 and onward did it. But I didn't know that if you go up in 6 and I guess 7 and 8, if you go up to the very top, you grab everything that's on the screen, like all the collectibles and stuff. See, the reason why I didn't know this was because apparently before Touhou 10, you can only do it via, yeah, I always use a bomb here, because I try to do without using a bomb, and I can, but it just goes on, and it's just too risky, and I don't feel like doing the first stage and all of the second stage because of it. It's just one bomb, I haven't used it yet. However, that's kind of my rule. Basically what I was going for is I'm only allowed to use one bomb on the second stage and no bomb on the first stage. And it's like, I really hate not having to die on the third stage, but I guess to make up for it, if I only die once on the fourth, then it's okay. This move always worried me. It's a really colorful move. I'm tired now. After playing Touhou 6 for like 2 hours and then playing Touhou 7 for like an hour and a half today, I'm exhausted after playing this. I can't believe I was so close to continuing Touhou 7, because if I did, then dang, well, shoot. I'm definitely not going to do it with Marissa, because she only has 2 bombs, and that just... Bombs are supposed to be a way of breaking out of a tight spot, but... And that's what's, I guess, Sakuya's really good, is the fact that she has 4 bombs. Also, I actually love this song a lot more now, recently. Well, I did technically over a month ago, but... It's actually one of my favorite themes now. But no, apparently before Touhou 10, the idea of it is you have to move... No, you have to have max power in order to do it, which you can see I'm able to do that. And I think that's the reason why I never knew, because in Touhou 10, you don't have to have max power, and because of that, when I was trying to test out all the other Touhou games, obviously I was just, just starting the game without being fully powered and going up to test it, and it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't work. It does, you just have to have max power. Yeah, once you get to the Hong Meng Ling fight, this is when it just gets harder, and that's when I use a bomb, because I'm just like... Again, I have been able to avoid it, but... I don't know, I've learned after... I will say I've learned after beating this game without losing a continue that, What was I saying? Oh yeah. I pretty much learned that, you can't afford to make some mistakes on normal 1cc, which, I guess technically that's the case for, like, all difficulties. It's not like your lives or bombs change. This one, I think I use... Yeah, this one I do use a bomb, but I have, on multiple occasions, went through that whole cycle when I was practicing recently. I was able to go through that whole spot several times, but it's just, again, I can't guarantee it every time because it's just how my mind, like, process things with games, because sometimes my mind will just kind of drift off and it just will kind of lose focus, which... Yeah, that I did not like. I had to use a bomb because I've already used 3 bombs, and I usually like to only use bombs like twice by this point, but it's just whatever. I have beaten this on hard mode, and I would say beating this on hard mode is easier because, I don't know, as long as you don't waste your bombs and you just are able to dodge enough until you use them, you can beat hard mode. But on normal mode, definitely have to be more careful. I will say the only Touhou games that I'm interested in doing in 1cc, which I already did Touhou 6, which is good, and it seems like Touhou 7 shouldn't give me too much trouble, at least if I try it with Sakuya. And, oh yeah, I do die at her, yeah, right there. And yeah, barely had any health left, but I didn't have any bombs either, so just... I think only once I got to the 4th stage without dying. It's just really hard to get to the 4th stage, because really the only way I could do it is I just can't use a bomb on Cyrano's stage. If I don't, then the odds of me getting to the 4th stage is a lot easier. You can practice, but I think one thing that kind of sucks about practicing in Touhou is it would be really nice if there was an option of, you know, like, you know, doing the stage or fighting the boss. Like, if I had the ability of, like, okay, I want to fight the 5th stage boss, and it takes me right to that boss, that would be great, because, you know, half the reason why Touhou is difficult is because of the freaking bosses, so it's annoying that I have to go through the whole stage and see that. I really did not do that great in this run, honestly, because when I tried practicing the 4th stage, I did pretty good. Jeez. I did so freaking bad. Because I've actually, you know, up until past fighting her, like beating her, I've actually gotten past that point without using a single bomb, like a couple times. But again, it's just, it's hard to do it, especially when I've beaten the first 3 stages now, and it's like I'm now having to, you know, it's just, my anxiety is up. Yeah, when it comes to bombs, I did horrible. Oh my god, I didn't realize how much I've been using bombs. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure I was already just a little drained, because before this successful attempt, I did get to Remilia's final form, and I lost, and that really stressed me out, and I took like a 10-minute break. So yeah, I took like a 10-minute break, drank some coffee, and I was just like, screw it, I'll give it one more go. And I was surprised I was able to do it. I think one of the things that really helped was the fact that I only died once on Patchouli stage, which is strange, because really, I only died once on Patchouli? Like, I'm at Patchouli now, But it's surprising. It's like, I only died once? To what I remember I did. But again, I did horrible on Sakuya stage. If I remember, there was one part where I died and it was really stupid. I think the one time I did die against Patchouli was dumb. I'll know when. I think it's the red lasers that I die. Man, that health slowly dwindles. I can't even look at her health when I'm trying to play it. Okay, so I died right here. I just remember... How did I die? I remember I was just like, no! Yep, that was the one. That was the one. I just remember dying in a stupid way because I wasn't paying attention to the laser. I didn't realize how close I was. But I was able to get to next stage. I did see online that apparently people say Touhou 7 is a good Touhou game to start with in the series because it's considered easier than 6 or 8. Yeah, see, again, that was dumb me. Yeah, I would say yeah. I do think Touhou 7 is easier than 8. 8 is tough for some reason. The main reason is just how your continues work, because technically if you don't at least get one time where you save 30 minutes, you only have 2 continues, really. And if I remembered, it's actually not a hard game for the... If I recall, the first 3 stages, which Touhou 7 is the same way, like the first 3 stages are easy, which to be fair, I guess Touhou 6 is the same way. But Touhou 7 and 8 just kind of, it just kind of feels like it spikes in difficulty. Like, you know, 2 and 3 feels the same in difficulty, and then once you get to the 4th stage, it's just like, I don't know what that sound is, but sure. I don't know what I'm doing. So, with this one, I was able to come up with a little bit of a strategy in the beginning because Sakuya's stage is just the worst. There's just way too much. Just too much going on. But of course, with this method, it did help a bit. Not to mention, Sakuya was getting on my freaking nerves because the first time you fight her, and I died like a dumbass. And with this part, I just, you know, I have to drag it on a little bit, and then I have to use my bomb, because again, I don't know. Again, I just can't really get a lot of it's just for stuff like this where you need a lot of practice, it's hard to get it when you have to wait to get to that specific point and you only get one shot. I guess if you could load safe state, like if you had safe states, okay, this is the reason why I hate this. This is one of my least favorite phases in a boss in this game because I just could not figure out how to, I don't know. It just, like, you had to go in between those kunais, and it was just too much. And that one just pissed me off because it's like, because sometimes it's easy, but then I guess it's almost like I went the wrong way. I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm surprised. I honestly did kind of poopy. I don't even know how I was able to beat it. I think the only reason is because I only died once on Patchouli's stage, which is actually, you know, overall good. And I only died twice on Remilia, which is really surprising. But yeah, I just did bad on this one because I've already died twice on this stage. The freaking smile. Smile. I don't know how I feel about this Sakuya smile in this game. I can't... Okay. Alright. Yeah, that was one of those deaths that pissed me off because I lost my freaking bombs. That was one of those wasted deaths. Because I still would have died twice, but I would have at least had... I don't know. I'm just not good at these games. Like, I was good enough to... You know, I was good enough to... actually, no. What am I saying? Yeah, I would have only died 3 times on this stage. The only reason why I died 4 times was because I wasted my bombs. So yeah, I would have only died 3 times. It's like the only way I could go only dying twice is I would pretty much have to... I don't know. It's weird. For how much I messed up, I actually did pretty well in Remelia. Considering the fact that I was at the very end, and it was just very nerve-wracking. Yeah, again, this is like a video that's just not really much. I'm feeling tired. I still need to be up for a while. I'll have to figure out what to do. See, that's just dumb. I've been able to get past that part without dying. So, again, it's just like, you can practice, but then when you finally have to do it, you know, you choke a lot because, you know, it's not just practice, it's now for real, and I really hate that. It's like, you know, it matters most when you're actually trying to attempt it, but those are the times where you just have the worst luck because of just your nerves. Or at least for me, my nerves are just, ugh. Like, when I play games like this, it just messes with my intestines. And I'm just gonna be blunt saying this, yeah, when I do specific challenges like this, and I have to go through an endurance, and I have to put a lot of concentration into it, when before I get started on it, it genuinely gives me the, I'll just say it, it gives me the shits. It messes with my intestines that badly, where I just basically just have to, like, yeah. I don't know how long it's been like that. I think over time it's gotten worse, because I remembered, oh my god, and I have to use a bomb there. I practiced this spot a lot, so at least I could practice a lot in it. And if I remember, I don't think I died against her, which was pretty impressive. It's not a hard fight, but just this part's a little scary. But, yeah, I remember with Mega Man 4, no damage. Oh my god, for 2 weeks, me just, you know, attempting to beat that without getting hit. I remember for 2 weeks, I just had the runs every single day because I was playing it almost every day, and every time I kept thinking about it or having to get ready for it, it would just mess with my stomach. And even playing it, like when I would play it and I would get far, it would then start affecting my stomach. And I remember that when I did beat it, when I got to the last stage, I had to pee so freaking bad because of my nerves. Anyway, enough about waste. But yeah, the fight with Remelia, which up until now, you know, it's like, okay, first 2 stages were good. 3 was okay overall. 4 was, I guess, okay in the sense that at least I didn't die too much. 5 went bad. But you know what? This stage made up for it. Honestly, I think this was honestly my best attempt to get her, yep. Because I only beat her once in the practice mode. I would say after beating her, this might be one of my favorite boss fights in Touhou. I think another one of my favorites is Marissa and Touhou 8. I did die right here. No, I did die here. Yeah. That's probably one of her hardest phases, in my opinion. God, I love this song. It's now my favorite Touhou song right now. I think by this point, I was just kind of in this, like, kind of trance a little bit, where I was just almost like, just full concentration because of the music. The music was just pumping me up, and just kind of putting me in this emotional concentration. It's making me a little emotional right now, just this music. Yeah, I used a bomb there. I didn't have to use it there, but I wasn't using any for a while, so I was just like, it's fine. Okay, this part surprises me. I know it's not that hard, but I'm really surprised how long I just dragged it on. I'm surprised that I did not get hit. Okay, yeah, I used a bomb there. Oh yeah, if I recall, I did die. I think. Yeah, I did. I died twice. But I just go a while without getting hit. This rarely happens. I can never pull this off, but when I do, well, it's nice to. And sadly, you can't use bombs against a lot of these final bosses. Is last phase. Jesus, did I only die once on the 6th stage? Oh my god, I think I only died once. Wow. Dang it. Okay, I actually did better than I thought. Wow. Only one time. No wonder I made up for it on the 6th stage. But yeah, that's it. Sorry this wasn't really good commentary. Just try to explain just whatever. And that is pretty much Touhou 6. I will do the extra stage, which I think after I finish this recording, I might just try it one time. But right now, I just want to beat Touhou 7 no CC. But I actually do want to not beat it, but I do want to get to Yukari, or at least at the very least Ron. She's one of my favorites. And I think after I achieve that for Touhou 7, I'm not gonna try to go through any big phases like I used to at Touhou. Just any itches here and there. Like right now it's just Touhou 6 and 7, but you know, any other itch in the future is fine. Alright. Bye-bye now. Going to have to edit this video a little bit. Crop it. Not crop it, do some clip trims because of these parts. But yeah.